Hey, look what I found. It's a bunch of old schoolwork from when I was a kid. Look at this. I remember this test. This is a multiplication test from when I was in the 6th grade. I was so nervous the day of this test. I think I even asked my mom if I could stay home from school. Of course, she said no. Just thinking about it, I can remember the nervousness, the feelings in my stomach, you know what I mean? But I think it worked out all right. I mean, I did okay. When you're in school, you have to prove yourself all the time by taking tests. And once in a while, a test comes along so hard that you really worry about doing well. In this book, Mr. Albright's class is facing that test, the big school exam that everyone dreads. Rumors have been flying for weeks, and Sam and his friends are in a total panic. But no matter what they do, they can't avoid the biggest test in the universe.
The Biggest Test in the Universe by Nancy Poydar. Read by Richard Gere. Sam was the luckiest boy in the universe. He had Mr. Albright for a teacher. Every year, Mr. Albright's class turned the whole room into the solar system. The only bad thing about this year was the big test. The big test tested everything you ever learned. So on Monday, when Mr. Albright said, "Boys and girls, the big test is Friday," Sam stopped feeling lucky. Everyone spoke at once. The test with the answer sheet? The test you have to pass to stay in school? Mr. Albright said, "It has answer sheets, and everyone stays in school. The big test is so hard, my brother says your head looks like a marble when it's over." "Well, I heard you get blisters on your brain." "No, you've been practicing," said Mr. Albright. "No one should worry." Sam worried a lot. On Tuesday, the older kids were talking on the playground. The big test booklet is like a telephone book. Nobody finishes. When it's over, they put your arm in a sling. "Some arms fall off," shrieked Isabel. "Do not," said Sam. But he worried more. On Wednesday, Cousin Charlie said, "The big test was easy. I took it upside down, just for fun." "Did not," said Sam. His grandfather said, "Well, when I was a boy, they measured your head, and if it wasn't bigger at the end of the year, no graduating." "Not true," said Sam. And his mother said, "When I was a girl, they made us write huge reports. It took weeks, and you slept at the school." "Did not!" shouted Sam. Sam's father said, "Why are you so worried?" "Oh, just am." That night, Sam worried himself to sleep. On Thursday, the teachers made the older kids put up helpful hints. "Don't worry. Do flashcards the night before." "Don't do flashcards the night before. Get your parents to give you a special breakfast. Yum, yum. Get a good night's sleep. Wear something lucky. Gloria is selling Lucky Charms. Bring tissue. In case you cry. Oh, in case your nose runs." Sam wanted to cry. Tomorrow was the big test. Friday morning, Sam said, "I'm sick today." "Oh, dear," said his mother. "I'll have to sign you up for Big Test Makeup Day next Saturday. No pancakes today, no soccer next Saturday." "I feel better." He put on his lucky hat. At school, the desks were in rows instead of clustered in constellations. There were new pencils. Mr. Albright passed out the test booklets. Sam wished they were painting their planets instead. Mr. Albright said, "Begin." Black Blast off, thought Sam. I'm in outer space. Alice blew her nose. George snickered. Mr. Albright glared. Sam turned the page. He knew answers. No, he made a mistake. Rub went Sam's eraser. It made a black hole in his paper. Emergency! Oh, just go on, whispered Mr. Albright. Sam broke his pencil. Oh, emergency! Like a rocket, Mr. Albright zoomed over with a new one. The end was at the bottom. Finally, Mr. Albright said, "Pencils down." Sam's pencil crashed onto his desk like a meteor. Mr. Albright said, "It wasn't that bad." "It was too," they wailed. "It wasn't that bad," said George to Sam after school. "No," said Sam. It was easy. I took it upside down, just for fun." George's little sister, Ellie, caught up with them. "How was the big test?" "Terrible," claimed Sam. "My arm is falling off." "Oh, the test booklet is like a telephone book," said George. "Nobody finished," said Sam. "Oh, it's so hard, your head turns into a marble," said George. "I'm going to be sick on big test day," declared Ellie. "Yeah, if you're sick, they bring you to your house," warned Sam. "Yeah," said George. "I know a kid who had to eat it." "Yuck!" cried Ellie. "Hey, Sophie!" she gulped. "Some kids had to eat the big test." Sam was the luckiest boy in the universe. Now he had two reasons. One, he had Mr. Albright for a teacher. And two, he had taken the biggest test in the universe and lived.
In spite of the terror that clutched their hearts, Sam and his friends lived through the big test. They did everything they could to prepare, and they met the challenge head on.